What's up, guys? This is the week 4 of the artist page of the artist way. I made a small notes for myself to kind of structure everything where what I want to talk about. So this was the week 4, recovering a sense of integrity. It was kind of for me it was kind of like an easy week, or like I didn't learn much new stuff, but I reminded myself kind of the lessons I already knew and that I've been through. And one of those lessons was saying it's okay is just covering things up. I had to learn that it's okay not to feel okay. And that's how you change. So first kind of step is to saying yourself that it's not okay, that you feel bad, that you feel that somebody crossed your boundary or whatever. So once you admit that, you can kind of evolve and learn from it. So first step would be kind of not saying it's okay. Then the second thing that stuck with me was abandoning the pages when unpleasant. This happens still often. I would write my morning pages in the morning, and when I get to some topics or something that I am not so confident with, or it's unpleasant, I tend to like zone out or like open Instagram or something. Like I control myself every time to not do it, but to go through the emotion and to do what I have to do. And yeah, then the thing that's also more pointing to me is about art. It's if you want to work, it says in the book, if you want to work on your art, you need to work on your life. And this is really true. Like all the things I paint about and all the ideas I have come from me, of course. So working on myself and reminding me of these past experiences, or like thinking about the future and resolving my insecurities, my all kinds of problems, kind of inspire my art to I get this visualizations kind of and images. And now I started reacting that every time I get one of those, I go grab my sketchbook and I just draw it out like a quick sketch, and then later I turn it into painting. um, Another quote: to self-express, you need a self to express. This is so true. Like you need to really know who you are, know your identity, and to have this integrity, like to know what you like, which colors you like, which you don't. So that way you can clearly say, I don't like that, I like that, and you start expressing yourself in every way of in every surrounding of your life. Yeah, I want to say that growing up, I kind of lost that with with the people. I grew up as the youngest kid, so there was always someone above me who was smarter, older, or knew better, and they can always put me down. And I know their intentions were always good, but that's how it kind of manifests later in life. And I believe through this or through whatever, I developed kind of into a bit more insecure, shy person. And yeah, like now I can work on this, and I can see where my old ways of thinking are stopping me in developing myself in the way I want to be, and like the way that it's intended for me to be. I learned about kriyas. I don't know if I pronounced that good or not. Kriya. It's a spiritual emergency or a surrender. It's kind of like when you're stuck at a job or like in a situation you don't like, then when you were like, I don't know, something bad happens and it's like a total cherry on top of fucking you up. And in this complete kind of surrender, you realize that the things that you've been living through, or like the things that you do, are not good for you, and that you don't like your life at all. And these kriyas, these spiritual emergencies, happens actually often. It's like every time perfect timing. Like I don't know, now I don't have a specific example when it happened to me, but I know it happens. Like you get like everything's bad, then you get even sick, and then you're totally unable to do anything, and you start realizing that all of that is kind of not the life you want to be living. So it's a cool, how do you call that? Cool word, kriya. I don't know in which language or whatever, some spiritual shit, but it's okay. Another thing that I learned is that creative life is grounded in reality and not in fantasy, which many of people think that art is kind of just like fantasizing or like imagining something, but all of my inspiration, all of my drawings, paintings come from my view of the world and my my perception is like reality. So from anything that happens to me or like that happened and that formed me that formed me in the way that I am today, now it's coming kind of out in life and giving to you guys or like to any other who sees my art, kind of like it shows that it shows my perspective on life and like what I've been through, and with this anyone can learn. I think like whoever is dealing with similar stuff or to whoever this art resonates with, I guess they will like it. So it's on me, my task kind of to just show myself and all the lessons I learned through and try to be happy in my way, and hopefully this will resonate with some people who see my art. I don't know, I believe in that. Let's see. To some people already it did resonate because they bought my artworks, and I started posting my stuff only like a month ago, so I believe that's a good start. Next thing I've written down was about identity, forming stronger opinions. Okay, I already covered this, so like knowing what you like and what you don't, we heard. This was a good thing, like yearning for rest and oh shit, I cannot read my handwriting. Toxic, to go back some days I felt like I can't sleep. My phone actually ran out of storage, but I wanted to do the whole video this time in one take. Anyways, basically this last thing, yearning for rest, it's kind of like when you start with this process of working on yourself, it's like you see all the potential where you can work on yourself and where you can improve, or like what you want to change in your closet or in your appearance, your hair, everything that you can do. Like you can read more, you can write more to consume the things that you want to create later on. And yeah, like there's constant improvement and constant work on yourself, and this can kind of get exhausting because you never stop. And like there was some nights that I get so inspired that I need to like write it down, or like I get all these good ideas and I write it down, and then I have it, and I don't know, I get this constant kind of flow of ideas also when I'm motivated. Like there's this bursts of energy and inspiration. So yeah, this was the thing, like that says in the book in this week, that it can kind of, you want to rest and you feel like you won't be able to rest ever again because it just becomes a way of living and lifestyle. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Like this week, then there were the tasks. There's like some time traveling where you go into, you imagine yourself as 80-year-old, or you imagine yourself as an 8-year-old, talk about different stuff. I don't want to go too much into tasks because it's for everyone personal. But yeah, it wasn't such a week that I learned much new stuff, but it was kind of like remembering myself what I already learned, and some pretty cool stuff like Iskria, and kind of like reminding myself of the way. So it was good. Also, I think this week it's starting with the reading deprivation. So I believe this can also be used on phones, or like reading, seeing the news, scrolling TikTok, Instagram. So I should do 1 week of deprivation of this, so no scrolling, no news, no anything, because in this time your artist inside gets like his well get filled, like you get more inspiration, you start doing the stuff that you like and that you usually would just like look over. So I don't know, I'm kind of excited for that, and let's see what it brings to me. Next week will be recovering a sense of possibility. This week you're being asked to examine your payoffs in remaining stuck. You will explore how you curtail your own possibilities by placing limits on the good you can receive. You will examine the cost of settling for appearing good instead of being authentic. That's cool. You may find yourself thinking about radical changes, no longer ruling out your growth by making others the cause of your constriction. Okay, this sounds really cool. Okay, I'm excited for next week, and yeah, sorry I was late one day today. Sorry to myself first of all, and then sorry to whoever is watching, the whole 6 viewers, or I don't know how many was in the last video. So yeah, see you next week.